episode 26 of Strawberry Patches podcast. My name is Marina. I'm coming to you from New Zealand. Today I am on Waiheke Island and we came here to do some archery. It was a birthday present for my husband. Normally this podcast is about crafts and living in New Zealand, and today I'm going to show you how we are doing it, how we live here. And finally I feel like a tourist. I have this amazing New Zealand cap and we spent a night here on the island, me, my husband, my mom and our baby, 4 months old. So hop on and I hope you enjoy this video. So let's start. In this episode, as I said, I'm going to talk about life in New Zealand and my crafts. And my baby will turn 5 months tomorrow. So as you can imagine, I wasn't able to do much. And I was thinking, oh, if I make an episode, what am I going to talk about? So finally, I know it's been a long time since last episode, but I have finally something to show you. So I'll talk about my mom's and sister's visit. They came and went, and I will also show you some clips that we took on our road trip and then visiting the Maori village. I also want to talk about some mom related stuff at the end, so if you're interested, stay. If not, that's fine. You can just pause whenever you want. And first of all, I would start with some yarn related, knitting related, craft related things. So I have one finished object, which is very, very simple crocheted seat belt sleeve. I'm gonna put a picture. And I've really wanted to make it, and even though it's so simple, it took me forever. Seems like forever to make, but I really needed it because the car seat belt was really annoying me here. That's the only finished object I have, but I have some whips. Remember I was saying that I'm knitting on some socks from my hand-dyed yarn. The skein was half lemon, half blue. This is the yarn, and this is how far I've got. I started the sock, I think, when I was just before I gave birth. I still have a way to go, but I need to confess, I really, really loved the yarn that I bought that I showed you, so I started another sock. And here it is. This was my Christmas present to myself, the hand-dyed stripy sock yarn with some stellina, as you can see. It's really pretty. And I'm knitting this one on, I forgot, what are these needles? I don't remember what they are, but they're numbered 2 millimeters. And here's my sock. Yay! This is some different yarn, which is a hand-dyed mini skein of gray. And if you are really interested, then You can see them on the projects page, what the name of the yarn is and everything. But yeah, look at those shiny things. Yeah, it is a lot of fun. Like everybody who was knitting hand-dyed stripy yarn was saying it's so much fun to see the next color coming, and it is true. I'm really enjoying it. And I'm so glad that I have this matching gray, because like in this one, the heel looks a bit weird, and I didn't want that, so I just found the matching yarn, and maybe I will do the toes like that as well. We shall see. And they live in my Indonesian clutch kind of bag. Not really a project bag, but just as good. Yay, those were the times. About how many? 1.5 years ago I was in Indonesia. No, 2 years ago. Yeah. All about that you can see in the previous episodes of this podcast. So, the third work in progress that I want to show you is my Find Your Fade shawl. And I have to say that this summer was so hot that I haven't worked a stitch on it. Well, actually maybe like half a row, but still I'm really pleased with how it is. Oh no, can't really show you because it's because I finished in the middle of the row. But anyways, ta-da! This is very beautiful alpaca yarn, super soft and smells good, smells sheepy, and the colors are just fantastic. I have 2 more colors that I'm gonna add, and now that the weather is a bit cooler, it's actually got down to 6 or 9 last night, which was pretty cool. I mean, I like it. I have all these hormones surging in my blood that I like cool weather, just like Sarah, my friend. And speaking of my friends, just today I was visiting my knitting group in the middle of the city in Queen's Arcade, and I saw my wonderful friends Cher and Tracy, who run the New Zealand Fabrics and Yarn Shop, and Sarah and Junka and all the other amazing ladies. And I promised them that I will include some clips of what they were making, but I've done them before. Anyways, here they are. Ah, it's nice.
It's red color. Say that, hold it.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know how that looks. Yeah, that's going to be red.
Oh, it's so cute. Oh, it's lovely.
The factory. I don't know.
No, we're just saying nobody's seen it, right?
These are new ones. Oh, these are pretty.
That's pretty.
These are
That's
pretty.
pretty pretty. I like that with the
Oh,
grey.
this is
I
nice
love
too.
that. I like that one. I love that. That's gorgeous. Very gorgeous.
So you're selling them now? Now? Oh no, they're...
It's gonna be you guys.
Yeah,
This is some really cool fabric.
it's beautiful. Japanese printed.
What are you
Linen.
making anyway?
I'm making a bag for the shop, and I want to show, inspire people to do some hand stitching and
You're
make
very
pockets.
inspiring, but I wish I had the time.
That's right. It'll happen again.
These ladies are so talented. It's unbelievable what they can do with just a couple of needles and yarn. For example, Sarah, she's an amazing color work artist, and she makes amazing sweaters, mittens, socks, calls, and whatever. She dyes yarn as well, and it's just amazing. And Susie, she's done this amazing tunic Oh, and Cher has been making the shawls, and all the other ladies who are making the baby things that we were so lucky, like my daughter was so lucky to be gifted some of them. This is just such a lovely group. It was a while that I visited them, and I feel really, really happy to see them again. And they were joking that my daughter was looking at them knitting and she was learning. Like, I wish she would sit with me and just, learn and do some quiet time knitting when she was kicking around. And yeah, I was lucky to do half an hour's knitting. Sometimes I don't even have that. But yeah, I had this talented, amazing friend that I wanted to share with you. I haven't really worked on any of my toys, and I would really love to, but right now me and my husband were working on my website, which is marinatoys.com. Depending on when you're watching it, maybe it's already up and running. We plan to finish it soon. And yeah, I hope that is done and you can see all my collections of toys and maybe find something that you like. The next segment of this video is going to be acquisitions. Although I haven't really knitted anything except for that sleeve, I had an impulse buy and I ordered some yarn from Skeins, which is a New Zealand company that dyes some yarn. And they had a post on Facebook that they've done these new colors, which look amazing. Look at that. The pastel colors. This is the store. So I just had to have them. The satin looks like this. It's gorgeous. And this is alpaca sock. 60% alpaca, 20% Polworth, and 20% nylon. And next to it there's Breeze. It kind of looks right in the camera. There's some parts are lighter than the others. I'm really curious about how it will knit up. So this to me looks like a very nice find your fade or something like that, maybe a cardigan. It's just such nice, delicate, mild colors. And they're my favorite, like pink, purple, and blue. This is my jam. Absolutely love it. And it feels so soft, of course, because it's alpaca. Oh. So yeah, I'm not gonna knit them, I'm just gonna squish them. Another thing I purchased was I wanted to make some socks for my husband. So he said that it could be either green or blue. So I got some Sockmatician, which made an episode about it when I interviewed Cher. You can see that in one of the previous episodes. So this is a recycled natural fiber yarn with possum. And it's really soft, and I think maybe it's a shame to use it for socks, but I wanted something warm because my husband is always cold. This is a 4-ply 50-gram ball, and they are just really, really lovely. One friend of mine, she made a baby jumper out of this, and I have the pattern, and it looks amazing. Really, as soon as I saw it, I wanted to make a sweater like that. Maybe I will. So there is it doesn't say how much of it is possum, but yeah, I already talked about possums. They are pests, so they're used, their fur is used in different textiles to make it warmer, and it gives this beautiful dark halo. I don't think you can see it here because this is quite processed yarn, I think. But the main reason I went internet yarn shopping was this. And this, my friend, is, it smells like I have a sheep in the house. It smells so nice, you know, like I have goosebumps. It's like when you hug a sheep, it smells just like that. And these are 200-gram hanks of DK weight merino twist on twist. So I'm thinking it's gonna be really stretchy and nice jumpy wool. It looks thinner now that it's unprocessed, but after I dye it, and by the way, this is exciting news, I am planning to go on Waiheke Island to my dear friend Cher, and we are going to dye some yarn. Yay! I did it last year and I enjoyed it so much that I want to repeat that. This was one of the experiments, and this time I'll be wiser. I want to make something maybe speckly, but I'm more keen on making something more homogeneous, like this. Like, it has some lighter and darker spots, but you can't really tell, and I don't think it will be that visible in when you knit it up. Because the thing is, what I realized is when you dye with some bright things, they look beautiful when it's in a hank, but when you knit it up, it's just this bright, crazy disaster. Well, it can be a nice thing depending on what you like, but I would want something more organic, more fluid, if I can say that about color. So yeah, exciting. Easter's coming. On Monday we're gonna dye some yarn, and I'm taking my daughter with me in a car, on a ferry, on a bus. We shall see. We shall see if she will let me do some of the crafts. But yeah, I want her to be a part of the things that I do, and that's why I'm taking her everywhere with me. Right, what else did I purchase? So this was the yarn and the whips that I have. Now basically that would be all about the craft part. So if you're here just for that, thank you very much for watching. If you want to hear about my family's trip to New Zealand, please stay. And I will tell you about our trip to Hobbiton, Rotorua, Taupo, and Tauranga. So if you're not from here, you probably wouldn't know that New Zealand is these two islands. So we live in the north of the northern island. So we went a little bit down south, and we went to a city next to the movie set, Hobbiton. From there we took a bus, and we managed to walk on these tiny paths that are actually like, I was in the movie. Anyways, I will shut up. You just watch this amazing videos from Hobbiton.
Пойдем где-нибудь в другом месте.
Я бы тут пожила.
Как тебе, девочка?
Это тыпочки, цвели как арбузики.
The reason for it being made so long is just to make Frodo look like a tiny little hobbit compared to Gandalf and massive wizard. They had to play around with the camera angles. They placed Frodo's seat 3 meters behind Gandalf's, that is known as force restricted. So the reason why they did actually do this is because Elijah Wood, the man who plays Frodo Baggins,
Go, I'll take a picture of both of you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Come along as well. When the tour guide of today asks who lives at this yellow door, he gets up from the back of the group and went, I do.
People behind.
This is my house. Then she did do the next door, and it down this path, back the road, all the way to
O, szapka.
And after that, this was the first must do when you come to New Zealand. The second thing we did was we went to the Polynesian spa, which is in Rotorua, a little bit more down south, and I drove. And we were in this warm springs where the temperature is about 38, 40 degrees. It was too hot. If it's winter, maybe it's amazing, but in the summer, it was just too hot for me. The smell was very specific. And it was an experience that I think I should have done in the winter, but my family was here, so we did it. On the way out of the city, we visited the Maori village. It has this long name that I can't pronounce because when it's a WH, I think it's pronounced as F in Maori. And in that village, they showed us how they built their houses on top of geysers. Like you'd walk and you could feel the earth is warm. And there'd be this boiling pools where they say they can just put a cup of corns and they cook. And they had these baths that they used the water, they cooled it down to a certain temperature so that they can use it to bathe. It was very interesting, and the most probably exciting and interesting part was the performance. And I have some of that as well.
Radosna taka. The ground is very hot, and you can hear what's going on there.
way they throw sticks and play with this white ball that's called poi. And when there are 4 of them, it's just really nice. And I heard that even if you're not Maori, you can still learn it at school. So maybe my daughter's gonna do it. Yay, that's exciting.
Flight patterns of our native birds here in New Zealand, and also shown as a percussion tool as well. Wow! I'd like to ask our maidens to bring forth an item we know as mokinetu. Enjoy the first of our training tool, of course.
After that, we went to see the waterfalls more south, and then we went back north towards Tauranga, which is an amazing, calm beach with a mountain, Manganui, I think. Yeah. And I did a very, very long hike around it. I mean, long because I was with the stroller. Very beautiful place. We really enjoyed it. We stayed only 3 nights total in this trip. And the road, it was just one of those, memories that I'm going to cherish, because my mom was driving. I was sitting next to her, giving her instructions because she's not used to driving on the left side. And my sister at the back with my baby. And we were all just, singing songs from our childhood, or some songs that we all remembered, children's songs, not children's songs, in English, in Russian, everything. And it was really special. And then my little daughter, she would start to giggle out of the blue, and it was amazing. It was one of a kind memory that I would really treasure. And I'm so happy that they came. They only came here for a month, but the weather was perfect. It was March and the weather was perfect. It was not too hot. It was not too cold. It was just fine. So if you're thinking of visiting New Zealand in summer, I think March is the time to come. Even beginning of April was pretty nice.
это видит Лида. Ей так интересно. А ногами-то дрыгает. Как будто она идет. Да, смотри. Ой, как нравится ей. Ой, как нравится. Ой, как нравится. Ой, уже выпрыгнула. Ой, выпрыгнула. Ой, одной рукой-то неудобно. Ох ты, тут красотища какая. Да? Красотищечка какая.
The last part of my mom's visit here was our trip to Waiheke Island, which is a half an hour ferry ride from Auckland. And as you saw from the beginning of this video, we went there to do some archery, which I enjoyed a lot, and wine tasting. And it was just a nice weekend getaway that we enjoyed. And my daughter's awake. Okay, just a sec. Mom was making a video. So yeah, she just woke up. And I thought, well, why not introduce her to you. This is Lydia, named after both my husband and mine grandmothers. And she's just learning to crawl. And she's a very smiley, normally. She just woke up. Maybe that's why she's not smiling. Look who's there. So what I was saying, another thing that I did in this time that maybe you're not interested in, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. We went to a swimming pool, and this was a special program for kids from 3 months on. And we spent half an hour in the swimming pool playing with little balls and learning to, yes, that's you, learning to dive. I mean, they're not actually diving if they're not ready, but we enjoyed it immensely, and we're going again. Right? And so yeah, this is my life right now, and I'm sorry I was away. I will try to be more consistent, and I look forward to making another episode about our dye day with Cher, who is, by the way, she has her own podcast, which is Waiheke Forge. You can find it, or I'll leave a link, yeah. And very soon there'll be Wool Fest here in Auckland, and I will definitely go and make another video for you guys so that you can see what it's like here. I mean, all of you, or some of you, go to these amazing Edinburgh Yarn festivals and other festivals, and since we can't just, hop on a plane and fly there, although some people really love yarn, they do actually do that, we have our own festival, which is just as amazing as you can imagine, because New Zealand obviously is an amazing wool importer. Yes, and right now we're going to go and learn to crawl, right? Hold on, let me see if I forgot something. Yes, let's see. Lydia is saying bye. Thank you very much for watching, for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please give us a thumbs up, and if you have any comments, anything nice to say, or any questions, you're more than welcome to post them below. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video.